Hey everyone, Kevin A. Cretan, the man behind King Size Customs here. Driving the truck today, we got a special delivery. There will be no music through this video, so sorry about that. So this will take a little bit of your time. It's a 45-minute video. When driving, was actually reading all this. I don't know if you guys have seen Special Transit yet, but this was my first encounter. I got it the day it came out, which was a Thursday. I think it was last week, and I had a video already scheduled. So I took some time and played around with Special Transit. This is a fun experience if you guys have American Truck Simulator and you're looking for something to liven up your game. I advise you to go. I'd recommend it. I know it might be a little bit pricey. I think when I bought it, it was like close to $10. Again, it was a week ago, so I forgot. But you're going to see a lot of cool things in this. I do a little bit with camera work here. So at first, I didn't really quite understand. Yeah, I mean, look at the mass of that trailer. And then also, I dropped the fifth wheel. We're in Lady Blue for those of you guys who are kind of seniors to the channel who remember this truck. It's one of my favorites. It's a Peterbilt custom 389, 387. Just a beautiful truck. I love it. It goes right where I want it to. I don't really have to play around with the wheel too much. So. But driving this for me was a little bit of a nerve-wracking experience. So coming up here on your left, you'll see as I look over coming up that there's a lot of cars just parked around. Basically, and you'll see later, but I get a police escort through here. See, that's a truck with a rotary beacon like what's on top of my truck. And that's just to let people know. I'm not sure if that's the follow car. I think there's another follow car, but they have the lot here. There's a news van. I mean, it was a big deal. Now, this is the first and only Special Transit I've done so far, but you never know. Maybe next week I'll do one too. And I'm just trying to be careful here, taking my time. I think that's the follow car, this police car up here on the right. And that's the lead car on your left, the police car that starts moving. Now, as you can tell, I'm not used to hauling something this wide, this oversized. It takes a minute, and then I have another one. I have another scenario like this too. So. But it's something to get used to. I didn't really do terrible around on this job, if I say so myself. So, but it really does add a lot of depth and dimension to the game. I feel a little spoiled because we got Volvos as a regular truck that just it had pre-installed it into your game, and then this was a paid DLC. So what I'd like to see though, I'd like to see a little bit more. I'd like to see more trucks. I'm pretty sure everybody else who plays American Truck Simulator would love to see more trucks. I'd like to see Freightliners such as the Freightliner Classic XL. Love to see some Mack trucks. I think they do have a license with Mack, or that might be something else. You know what? I'm thinking a Greenlight diecast that actually got a Mack license. So that's something else. I mean, you guys know me for collecting, customizing, pretty much a lot of diecast. I really haven't done too many Greenlights, so that's something to look forward to the future. But anyway, So if you look over to your left, there's a police car blocking traffic. Well, he's sitting in the, he's kind of sitting off to the side of the road, or they are. I'm sorry, I gender things too much. But going up this hill, it's a little scary. I think I over-rev too much. But I'm trying not to hit the car in front of me. And then also, I keep looking in the mirrors, just making sure that nobody's coming. But if you noticed, you may not have caught it. There was a police car sitting on the side of the road with its lights flashing, so... We've left Las Vegas. I think we're going up to another part of Nevada. I forget. It was a week ago. So. Now, if you saw, it says maintain the speed limit, which you guys know I have an issue with sometimes. And that's why the car that I'm following is really good to kind of keep me on track. Because I realize if I go too fast, I'm going to go right through that car, which I don't want that. Actually, I think we're going below the speed limit here. I'm not sure. Maybe the car in front of me is doing the speed limit. And then the other thing is there's almost no traffic on my side for most of this. Alright, here with all the different camera angles, I'm trying to get the chase cam, and you'll see that I do get the flyby cam. And with that, I just wanted to see what the vehicle behind me was, because at the time I didn't know. I believe it was that Dodge Ram that was blocking off traffic. Now, I'm excited to see how this works for lane changes. Because if you remember the little pop-up thing that was explaining how this all works, the guy in front of you is supposed to change lanes too, and you also have to be careful of the vehicle behind you. There we go. Yep, it's the red Dodge Ram that was blocking off the road last time. So this was mostly just a straight shot down the highway. We go into a little bit of a town, and I was trying to pick one that really wasn't that long of a trip, because I know myself. Here we go. Yeah, I was trying to pick a trip that wasn't that long, because I know myself, you know, sometimes a 45-minute video, a half an hour video, it's YouTube. You know, you lose your attention span after a little while because, and especially with my videos, I don't blame you guys. There's not a lot going on. There's not a lot to take your attention. You know, it's not like a show or a movie where there's a lot of action, a lot of things to consider. With mine, it's just, here's a truck traveling down the highway with some narration. So, but I am working on that. And also, too, I watch my videos myself. It's probably one of those signs of narcissism, but no, I don't think so. In all hey, there's a car on our left. But no, in all sincerity, I watch my videos too. Try to see if they're okay, if people like them. Oh, we mess up. I mess up pretty good here. And we're stuck. But yeah, like I was saying, I try to watch my videos myself to see, okay, are people going to like these? I mean, also too, in post-production, after recording the video, I have to watch the video, that way I can do the narration. Otherwise, you're just going to get a video that's even more boring with none of my voice. So. But about that, you know, I've watched a couple of other channels where it's just somebody, they'll talk, they'll do an intro and be like, hey, it's you know who, or, you know, it's, and then insert channel name here. And then they'll just drive and be quiet for the rest of the time. I mean, I watch those videos, but also too, it's short, and it's because I have an interest in the game. Honestly, I have a lot of trouble trying to find out who my audience is. I know a lot of you guys are people that I know that we speak fairly often, but you know, I also too, I do it for me. I play the game really for me. I like this game. I enjoy it a lot. I also have clips of Assetto Corsa of me driving different cars on different tracks. I can't wait to get to those videos, edit those up, so you guys can kind of see my progress driving in simulators, because driving a semi-truck like this versus a race car is a world of difference. You know, I mean, the fastest I've ever gone in one of these is about 70 miles per hour, and that was with no load. And I think it was this truck, or maybe it was a Mack. I can't remember. And then, you know, Assetto Corsa, the fastest I've gone is about 100 miles per hour. And I'll say it wasn't safely. And it wasn't in a great car either. I could see, like, the whole car shaking. My mirrors were shaking. It looked like the thing was going to just fall apart and leave me there sitting stranded, just the chair and the steering wheel. So if you can learn from my mistake, one thing to keep in mind is to just, you might need to cut it a little wide when you're doing these size of loads. Now Well, those of you who have driven semis this size know what to do. If you have any tips, please leave them in the comments. Also, another thing I was worried about was hitting the bus right here. I feel bad for all those people backed up behind us. There we go. Looks like we got it out. Yeah, I was trying to be cautious around that bus. The other thing is just the visual field around this truck, or around any size load, is not really that great. So I'm gonna try to take it slow, that way I don't hit anything. But yeah, I think the video would have been shorter if I hadn't got stuck. But then again, I'm new to this. This is my first time ever driving a trailer like this. The other thing, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed it yet, but that police car will go over the lane a little bit to try and warn people that, hey, there's a truck coming by with an oversized load. So, I didn't notice it when I was first driving, and it smacked into something great. Sorry, had to muffle a sneeze. But I didn't notice it when I was driving until a little while. Yep, there he goes. I'm sorry, there they go. But yeah, I didn't notice that for a little bit. Oh, this part. Yeah, the hills. Now, I can't remember, but I don't think I stalled out on a hill with this trailer, but yeah, it was getting there. You see from the roof, I throw on my hazard lights. Oh yeah, you just saw the black truck that went by was a Volvo. The sun glare in this too is not great for me, but hey, that's why I have a visor on the truck. You guys also have noticed that I've been using the Jake brake a lot. I'm trying to avoid going skating down the hill with the heavy load and going right into my leader. You also probably will notice here that I kind of swing wide, and it's, again, trying not to get stuck or hit the trailer. And this road looks freshly paved. Now, there's people who can go around me, but nobody does. You know, I thank my lucky stars for that nobody goes around me here, because it could get really bad. I mean, it's a bit of a convoy, but just imagine if somebody saw, oh, okay, you know, let's go around the truck and then jump right in front of the truck. Because the police car in front of me knows where I'm going. So, and we're not traveling at a great, I don't even think we're breaking this, we're doing the speed limit. So, because I'm sure you guys remember from previous videos, there have been cars that have just gotten right in front of me, just sped up, got in the other lane, and then gotten right in front of me. So, I just don't like when they get in front of you and slam on the brakes, because there's nothing you can really do. And I've gotten lucky a lot of times where it's just they've sped up after hitting the brakes, or I wasn't going that fast. I mean, I'd say it was a pretty fun drive. We're halfway through it, so maybe a little bit more than halfway, but yeah, right about here was where I started noticing that the police car in front of me was kind of hitting the middle lane, like hitting the middle of the two lanes. So. But yeah, it was a fun drive. It was interesting at first, and then after going up the highway, it was like, oh boy, because I got stuck. And then after the highway, I just felt like I could do anything really. After getting off the on ramp, I felt like I could really just drive this thing through almost anywhere. The other thing is, I don't think there's a part. Because there's been other times in this game where I go through a town and like the highway up to the town is, or this road up to the town is 70 miles per hour, and then it dips right down to 30. Oh, the other thing, I don't really need to use high beams because there's a car in front of me. Now also too, you notice there's really no special cargo going the other way. There's no AI trucks. Oh, if you're wondering why you heard a horn, I start honking at every police car that kind of blocks off the path. Just a thing. You know, I'd look over and try to wave, but in this game you don't have hands really, so... Yeah, the signs keep saying 75 miles per hour. In this, I don't feel comfortable driving that fast. I think 55 is the fastest I'll go. Yep, here's where I start getting really nervous and worried about hitting the car in front of me. Yeah, I know. I started veering off the lane there. And I thought you guys thought I might have been gone because I hadn't said anything in a little while. But yeah, it's just with a video like this, since it's something new, I really don't have that much to talk about. I don't really want to talk too much because I feel it might ruin the experience. Now, of course, when I was driving like this, I didn't have music on in the background. I didn't have a podcast, nothing. I was just trying to focus on the road, focus on everything. But I wish the video was a little bit shorter for you guys. That way you weren't sitting through all this. So about 10 more minutes on this video. So now I don't stall the truck, but I start cruising real slow because of the hill and guardrails on both sides. I don't want to hit anything else with the trailer. Also have to be aware of tractors. I mean, at this point with the drive, I'm just getting bored, so I'm trying to do things to liven it up a bit instead of honking at police cars. I'm still here. I'm still watching. Hey, I mean, we're getting close enough to the destination, so I'm actually going to leave you guys there, so I'll see you. Hopefully you guys liked the video. I know it was long. Sorry about that, but probably we'll do a shorter one next week if I feel so inspired. If not, we'll probably be driving in ep7. Of course, I have a couple of car clips there, so later.